Welcome to Wanted Down Under, the show that catapults a British family right across to the other side of the world to help them make the biggest decision of their life, whether to stay in the UK or to move to Australia. Tanya Wilson dreams of a new life down under.
I've got a good life here, but I still think that there's more. It's an opportunity not to be missed.
Husband John wants the best for his family.
The boys are getting bigger now, and I don't want to miss any more of their childhood.
You'll be doing them a big favour if you can.
But leaving family behind to make the move could tear everything in two.
I always thought if she ever moved, hopefully it would be closer.
How do you feel about leaving Amy?
I don't know, just don't even go there.
At the moment, it's 50-50 whether I come or stay, and I really don't know what way I'm going to go.
Australia is still popular with Brits wanting to emigrate. With its population of just over 21 million and its agreeable climate, it provides many with their ideal lifestyle. For people under 45 with the skill in demand, it could be a realistic option to make the move. But if you've never even set foot down under, it's a massive challenge. We've given another British family the opportunity to spend a week down under to see if it's all they've dreamt it would be. After that, they'll have to make a decision, one way or the other, to stay in the UK or to move to Australia. John and Tanya Wilson, along with their two boys, 13-year-old Callum and 12-year-old Owen, are about to leave their home in Liverpool to try out what life would be like in Australia. The Wilsons have long considered the possibility of emigrating. As an active family with aspirations of a better life, they think a move down under might be the answer.
I want to go to Australia just to basically start a new life and improve the one we've got here. We've got a good life here, but I still think that there's more and better to do.
Plus, I think it's going to be better for the boys. Once they leave school, I think there's going to be more opportunities for them.
And the boys aren't shy.
When Mum and Dad told us that we might be going to Australia, I just said, Mum, when can I start packing?
I'm just going to like the new standard of living, just a new lifestyle. It'll be better.
But for Tanya, this would mean leaving her younger sister Amy, a new mum herself. Following a family illness, Tanya cared for and helped raise Amy.
She's very close to Amy. It's more like mother and daughter. They are very, very close. And as you can see, she's already started crying. We're already talking about it. We haven't even gone anywhere yet.
She's just too close to him. If it was possible, we would be glued at the hip. She's been everything to me since she was born.
The effects of a move down under aren't lost on the boys either.
If we moved over there, we wouldn't be part of
the family anymore.
Because we wouldn't see them at all.
John would also have to say goodbye to all his friends at work. A baker by trade, John has worked in his local supermarket for 16 years and it's a profession that's in demand in Australia.
The job I'd like to get over there is still be in baking, but I'd like to get out the supermarkets to see if I can still hack it in this smaller bakery. That's where I started. Go back to my roots, as they say.
A baker by day he might be, but by night, John is part of a family dynasty. If they make the move, one activity the Wilsons are determined not to give up is karate.
When we go out to Australia, one of the added benefits is that the karate that we do here is out there. That's where it was founded. So we'll still be able to train together as a family.
The Wilsons would have to leave behind all the friends they've made through karate, but John's main concern is his mum and dad.
They're both in the 70s. My mum's quite fit and healthy, but my dad's in frail health. Yeah, don't spit out. It does worry me. Because at the moment, if anything goes wrong, we're only round the corner. If we do get to Australia, when we get on that plane, it could be the last time we see my mum and dad.
The Wilsons have some difficult decisions to make in the coming week, but John's trying to keep in mind what's most important.
I've got the tan and I've got the boys. That's my family, as my mum always says. It's your family that comes first. No one else matters. When your mum tells you that, you've got to believe that, because your mum's never wrong.
For their week down under, we're sending the Wilsons to Perth, capital of Western Australia. Situated between the bush and the western seaboard, Perth has a relatively small commercial centre, busy during the day with office workers, shoppers and diners. This area is surrounded by city suburbs, offering a mixture of apartment and townhouse living. The suburbs spread out north and south along the coast. The further you go, the more you can get for your property pound. We found 3 possible lifestyles for our family, each one offering a brand new way of life for them to try on their budget. But which one will be the most suitable? The Wilsons could make the most of the shops and cafes on their doorstep with a home in one of the inner city suburbs. There would be plenty of potential work options nearby for John, who could expect to earn around £400 a week. But property close to the city centre doesn't come cheap. Stylish 3-bedroom apartments such as this one in East Perth cost £360,000. The Wilsons could find more affordable options, but a lack of space might be an issue. So very different from their life in the UK. But what about the second option? You could find the perfect combination of sun and sea in one of Perth's many coastal districts. For John, prospective work would be a 15-minute drive away, but coastal property within a short commute to the city comes at a high price. 4-bedroom houses like this can cost more than £500,000 and could be a stretch too far for John and Tanya. However, affluent suburbs like Sorrento boast friendly, well-established communities with nearby yachting clubs, which would provide the perfect opportunity for the Wilsons to enjoy a leisurely lifestyle. That all looks very inviting. But what about the third option? Travel to the outer suburbs of Perth and you can get a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom character cottage like this one in Greenmount for £210,000. With parks and open spaces, Greenmount offers great views over the city, which would be a 20-minute drive away from John's potential work. With this option, the Wilsons could find themselves an affordable family home in a picturesque neighbourhood only a stone's throw away from the Swan River. So 3 very different possibilities for our family to try. But which one did we decide would suit them best? With a short commute and reasonably priced housing, we thought life in the country would best suit the Wilsons. We've lined up John with a job to try out.
It's a long time since I've done this.
Yeah?
And a selection of housing options.
It's deceiving, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they get a view of Aussie lifestyle they'll never forget.
I'm not sure whose bright idea this was, John.
But will it be enough to help them make the biggest decision of their lives?
I really don't know what way I'm going to go.
The Wilsons are heading off for a week to sample life down under. Tanya and John hope Australia will provide the fresh start they're looking for, and Owen's been packed for months. Perth has a lot to live up to in the Wilsons' eyes. They have a busy week ahead of them, and after a 9,000-mile journey and 18 hours in the air, they're relieved to be on terra firma.
Oh, that was the worst landing ever. It's like being on a roller coaster. Just glad to be down now.
Long journey, very long. A bit tiring, but we're here now.
It seems that Owen's not cut out for long-distance flying.
I'm going to numb bum.
At least Owen won't have to sit in the car for long, as the journey is almost over. The Wilsons are staying in a 4-bedroom house in the northern suburb of Currumbine, only a 20-minute drive from John's work and 5 minutes from the beach. And house-proud Tanya is keen not to ruin any first impressions.
Don't forget to wipe your feet, boys. Rain's just as wet here as it is at home.
Oh, this is all right. No telly yet, mate.
Don't worry, boys, I'm sure we'll find you one later. Off the front reception room is the master bedroom with its own ensuite. And jet-lagged Owen is happy to make the most of the first bed he finds.
Get off the bed, it's not bedtime yet.
Behind the master bedroom is an open-plan dining, kitchen and living area.
Yeah, see, dinner at the table for you, mister. Oh, this is nice.
First time you see your mum in a kitchen.
Ah, look, dishwasher, your chains are broken.
Thank goodness for more cons, eh, John? A family home like this with 4 bedrooms would cost around £250,000 to buy, and Tanya and John are impressed by the size.
They're all screened up. See, this is almost as big as the living room, isn't it?
It is, it's nice.
Yeah,
And with
nice.
having the canopy, you could sit out here anyway.
Yeah.
Even though it's raining, it's not cold.
No, it's not cold, but it'd be nice in the summer. Get off! That wasn't very nice.
Never mind, eh? Air conditioning. Oh!
So
Well, Mum and Dad certainly seem glad to be here, even if they weren't expecting fun and games in the rain. As Owen's wishes come true, Tanya and John's thoughts turn to the week ahead.
this week's important to us.
It's going to be an eye-opener, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a bit, I suppose I was worrying about it, but coming over, it's...
You're here now, so...
Yeah, I'm here now, so the nerves have gone. The only nerves I've got is see what the job entails, see what I've got to do. Just have to wait and see, won't we?
Back in the UK, Tanya and John live in a 4-bedroom house on the outskirts of Liverpool, which they bought in 1994 for £31,000. In Australia, they want a 3-bedroom house for around $160,000, depending on what work John can find and what they can get for their UK property. We found 3 suitable homes for sale. The first is in Camillo, an older inland suburb. There's a park at the end of the road for the boys to have a kickabout, and it's only a 30-minute drive from John's potential work. This 4-bedroom property is on the market for £170,000, just over the Wilsons' budget, so with a bit of negotiation, they should be able to afford it.
It doesn't look too bad already, does it?
Garden's nice.
Yeah, the garden's lovely. I really like it.
First impressions are good.
It's a nice entrance, isn't it, coming straight into the living room? This is nice, I like this room. Mellow. I quite like the archways that you've got to come through.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kitchen's nice.
It's a fair-sized kitchen.
It is, isn't it?
Quite like this.
I like the integrated fridge.
Somebody's been reading the estate agent brochures. Now mind that step. Oops.
Room as well. Mind the step out. Wow, this is deceiving, this is.
Yeah.
And it leads through into another room again.
Tanya and John soon see the potential of the next room.
This is where your use would be out of my way.
You wouldn't have to see them for a couple of hours, would you?
No. And if we could lock the door on them, that'd be even better.
Leading off the playroom is the first of the bedrooms.
I don't know whether this would be a master bedroom or a kid's room.
It's not too bad.
It's massive for a bedroom.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a dressing room, isn't it?
Yeah. You'd always turn it into a little box room, couldn't you? You had people
A guest
staying.
room.
Guest room.
Yeah. Big enough for a guest room, isn't it?
Yeah.
All for my walk-in wardrobe.
Not enough room for your shoes.
Tanya will be pleased to see there's plenty of storage space in the next room.
Built-in wardrobes.
Built-in wardrobes. And it's still spacious, isn't it?
Yeah.
It seems a bit dark, but that's probably because you've got the veranda at the front.
Yeah.
But it's nice.
After a quick look at the rest of the house, the Wilsons are keen to check out something they've spotted in the back garden.
Wow, look at this. This is really
You've got
good,
your
isn't
swimming
it?
pool, Louie. Look at that.
Wow.
I know.
Whose job's going to be to clean this?
Yours.
Oh, thanks.
Just like everything else, isn't it?
Yeah.
Never mind, John.
Oh, it's freezing.
It's winter, dear. Winter.
And I've still got the rest of the garden as well.
Yeah. This is really nice.
Yeah.
As well as the pool, there's an alfresco dining area and a fruit and veg plot.
I can see myself sitting out here having a beer. I really like this.
The price isn't too bad either.
No, what was it, 339?
Yeah. It's probably about 170, you know.
Yeah, that is.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Especially with a swimming pool.
Yeah.
Swimming pool.
Swimming pool.
Fair-sized garden.
3 bedrooms. I do like this.
While the boys take another look around, John and Tanya discuss finances.
Would you live here?
Yeah. Quite easy. We couldn't afford this back home.
No, because the point of fact is having a swimming pool in the back, that had put on thousands.
Yeah.
Looks like this
Yeah, if they're all as
is
good as
ideal.
Well, that went down well. Let's hope we haven't peaked too soon. Property 2 is further south in the suburb of Parmelia. More of an established neighbourhood, it's green and leafy with open spaces and areas of natural scrubland. Although this would mean a 40-minute commute to John's potential work, you do get more for your money further out in the suburbs. On the market for £160,000, this property is just within the Wilsons' budget.
This room's quite nice.
Quite deceiving outside
Yeah.
coming in.
What would they make of the kitchen?
Wow.
That's a big kitchen, isn't it?
Yeah, and enough room for my mince pies. The table in the middle, I don't know about that. I might have to do something alternative there. But it's a nice big kitchen, I like this.
Yeah.
But if they think that room's spacious,
This is big, isn't it?
This is a big room, isn't it?
You could have this as your lounge, effectively, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Just so you're not even at the front of the house, you could just come and kick back in here. This is nice. This.
so everyone likes the living area. But what about the sleeping quarters?
This would probably mean your mum's room.
This is nice.
Yeah.
The master bedroom is a decent size and has fitted wardrobes, but it's a different matter for the boys.
This is nice, but a bit
It's a
small.
bit small, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's right. This is your room then, are we?
No thanks.
Owen might want to rethink that when he sees next door.
So there's only one big bedroom and two small rooms,
It's a
isn't
smaller
it?
room, isn't it? Yeah, by the time you get a wardrobe in and...
There'd be nowhere to walk.
Will the outside get a better reaction?
Walk, this is really nice.
You got your sheltered entertaining area again. The swimming pool's missing on this one, but you can see yourself sitting back and relaxing. There's my rotary washing line. Permanent fixtures in these houses, aren't they?
The lack of a pool doesn't seem to be too much of an issue, but
I do prefer the other one. This has got a bigger garden, but the other one's just so much nicer.
The bedrooms are bigger, that's
The
my thing.
bedrooms are bigger, yeah.
So, house number one so far.
Yeah.
OK then. Joint decision.
Yeah. Makes a change, doesn't it?
so Tanya and John are in agreement and property 1 is the clear favourite. Time to see if we can even the odds with house number 3. The last property is in Ellenbrook. Reclaimed from the open scrubland that surrounds it, it's only 20 minutes from John's potential work. This brand new northern suburb is so new, the shopping centre is still being built. It's a family-friendly area with parks and open spaces, and this 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom property is on the market for £180,000. It's just above the Wilsons' budget, but something they could aspire to in the future.
This is a nice room, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? I like it. It's big enough for what we'd want.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
It's not too bad this time.
This is nice and big, isn't it?
Yeah. Fair size. No built-in wardrobe. Oh yeah, behind the door.
Yeah, but this is my room.
No, it's not.
No, it's an ensuite. It's Mummy's room.
I don't think you're going to win that one, Owen. So what will they make of the contemporary open plan living?
Well, this is nice.
Yeah. What do you think of the open plan?
It's all right. You can't shut the noise out, but it's light and airy.
What about the rest of the house?
It's done out like a study, but it's big enough for a bedroom and or a study, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not too small. Your room?
Probably it's already messy.
At last, we found a home for Owen. After a quick look round at the last bedroom, it's time to see what they'll make of the outside space.
It's nice, isn't it?
Their hopes are high.
This is nice. Smell the honeysuckle. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear. There's not much more
It's
to be
not
said.
much. No.
The house is good, but the garden lets the house down.
Yeah. Can we just lift this house up and put it in with the other garden, or bring the other garden here?
Well, if we could do that, I'd bring my house from home, but we can't do that.
Oh dear, Property 3 hasn't lived up to expectations, and it's given the Wilsons lots to think about.
I haven't been disappointed, but I haven't been exactly thrilled to bits.
My house in Liverpool, I'm spoilt with. But the properties here, they haven't got the storage space. that I think a family needs to contain its memories. That's the one disappointing aspect I found in all three. It has made me think about the house in the UK, so I've got some thinking to do now.
We've shown the Wilsons 3 properties in Perth. The first house was in Camillo and was just above their budget at £170,000, but they loved the living areas and the garden with the pool. The second house at £160,000 was within their budget, and although they liked the kitchen, they decided the bedrooms were too small. The third property was a bit more expensive at £180,000, and they liked the light and bright contemporary features, but the lack of outside space was a big issue. It's certainly been a day of delights and disappointments for the Wilsons, but has it been enough to choose Australia over their home in the UK? Time to vote.
It's been a long day, thought-provoking, and although it hasn't been disappointing, some of the property has been not what we've expected. And the vote is Australia! And that has surprised me.
That surprised me too, and it's not surprised me.
Storage isn't everything, is it? I've got a rotary, so Australia it is.
But what if the Wilsons can't afford property 1? Later, John and Tanya discover the current value of their UK home.
And put a lot of people off this is.
And they find out how much everyday life down under will actually cost.
It's a bit dear over here, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks it.
I don't think it's going to be as easy as we thought.
The Wilsons' plan of owning property in Australia will depend on John finding a good job. Will he be able to earn enough to finance a move down under and the new lifestyle they've dreamt about? Back home in Liverpool, John works as a baker in his local supermarket. He's been there 16 years, and the people he works with have become like an extended family to him. Experienced bakers like John earn around £20,000 in the northwest of England, and as he would be the main breadwinner, excuse the pun, it's vital for John to find a good position that pays as well as in the UK. John is up early to sample work in Perth, and the pressure's on.
With me being the main visa applicants, this job interview or job, see what the job's like, it's pretty much important, because if I don't like the job or my skills aren't up to standard, the whole move's off. A bit anxious about the work.
Tanya and the boys are spending some time together exploring the delights of Perth's cafe culture.
So would you like the look of? Wow, look at the size of those Danish.
John is visiting a bakery in Malaga in North Perth. It's vital his day at work goes well. He's meeting owner Kingsley Sullivan, a producer of speciality breads. The bakery combines state-of-the-art equipment with time-honoured baking practices.
Around about 70% of our production is in genuine sourdough bread. Have you done much with real sourdoughs?
Not for a long time, when I first started.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but with it being in supermarkets, it's bring it in the bag, chop it in, there's no sour.
Okay. These starters are now 16 years old.
Yeah.
They've been fed flour and water every day for the last 16 years.
Yeah.
And we use we use no commercial yeast in our sourdough breads at all. Right. So this is genuine, real artisan bread making.
Yeah.
Kingsley shows John how it's done.
As you can see, we have 4 mixers, two arms with removable bowls. So when the dough has been mixed, we pull it off, we leave it in the bowl, and it bulk ferments for 2 hours.
In the UK, John works very long hours, so doesn't get much time to be with Tanya and the boys. She's hoping that if they were to move to Australia, they'd all be able to spend more quality time together.
Iced coffee? Don't like the sound of that.
We got iced chocolate with ice cream and cream.
So you guys ready to order?
Yeah, we're getting there now. Can we have lemon slice, please? And I'd like one of those long Danish twist things with the fruit. Yours isn't quite a local accent, is it?
No, it's not. Been in Australia for about 3 years now. We moved from Taunton in Somerset. We don't miss the UK, I don't think, because of just how welcoming people are. But yeah, it's hard. We've still got family there. My parents are now in Perth and my brother's in Perth as well. But we've gained a new niece since we've been out here. Our best friend's had a little boy, so we haven't seen them, but we're going back for a visit next year. So how about you? You excited about everything you're going to be doing out here in school and learning to surf? Because I think they actually teach you how to surf in school.
Yeah.
So you actually get lessons. You learn how to surf.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Now I'm excited about going to school.
Tanya knows the more she enjoys Perth, the more of a dilemma she faces if she's going to decide to leave her family in the UK. Back at the bakery, John's getting stuck in.
Will it stop automatically at the top? I'm not going to go through the roof, am I?
John's been let loose on the dough, which, after 2 hours of bulk fermenting, is lifted up and tipped into a hopper.
The bakery is very different to what I'm used to. Back in the UK, I just open a bag of concentrate, block of yeast, bag of flour. So it's totally an alien environment for me. But it's what I want to do. It's something I've wanted to get back to for many years. It's way bread should be made with a bit of love and a bit of care.
But Tanya and the boys are more interested in the end results.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Is it alright? Better than your dad could make. Is that nice and warm? Yeah. Yum. Wait till your dad finds out we come to a pastry shop whilst he was working.
Yeah. He's going to be disappointed.
Bit mean, isn't it?
Yeah.
I might save a bit for Dad.
No.
John will just have to make his own.
It's a long time since I've done this.
Yeah?
Yeah, it feels good.
We never forget.
John finds he's a bit out of practice,
It'll take me a while. I'm still a bit heavy-handed.
but he soon gets up to speed. Meanwhile, Tanya and the boys have come down to a local park to have a kickabout. But while Owen and Callum burn off some energy, Tanya can't help thinking of home.
Even if John comes back from work and he says that he's had a really good day and the boys are still all for coming to Australia, I know that I've still got to make a decision to leave Amy, leave my brothers and sisters. Everything needs a lot of thought, and thinking is all I have done.
After working alongside Kingsley's team, John's hoping that he's cut the mustard.
How did you find that?
Totally different to what I'm used to, but really enjoyed it. How easy is it for me to get a job out in Australia?
What we're after is really, really good bakers. So if you love what you do, if you're a passionate baker, you will have no trouble getting a job anywhere in Australia.
That's great news, but John needs to know how the pay compares.
What's the salary like in Australia?
A good qualified baker here should be looking for around $800 a week, which is between $40,000 and $50,000 a year, and that's based on a 37.5-hour week.
Well, to the UK, it's very similar. I'm on about 18 to 20,000, but that's on a 50-hour week.
It's what John was hoping to hear, as that would mean more pay for less hours.
Well, that's what we want to come to Australia for, to spend more time together as a family. The boys are getting bigger now, and very soon they're going to say, "Nah, Dad, I don't want to go out with you today. We're going out with the girls." And I don't want to miss any more of their childhood.
Well, I can tell you one thing about Australia, John. There's no better place to bring up children. You'd be doing them a big favour if you came.
John's clearly excited about his work prospects down under. But Tanya is struggling to contemplate leaving her younger sister Amy. They've been incredibly close ever since Amy was born, and to Tanya it would be like leaving a daughter behind. It would be heart-wrenching.
When I first told Amy that we were planning on emigrating to Australia, I had to tell her with her twin sister present. I knew for a fact she'd break down, and she did. It will be hard. It will be hard. But she has said for us to go for it. Being a mum herself now, she wants the best for her daughter. And she understands I want the best for my boys too.
At the end of the day, Tanya's dreams of a better life for Owen and Callum rest on John finding good work. He seems to have been impressed by what he's seen so far, so how will he vote?
It's been a really good day. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. The lads are a really good bunch of lads. My vote today is Australia.
John wants to make his dream of a life down under work, but later Tanya breaks under the pressure.
How are you going to feel about moving, Amy?
I don't know. Just don't even go there.
Oh, she's off again. So.
For John and Tanya, a major selling point of Australia is its outdoor lifestyle. The Wilsons love being active as a family, so we thought we'd give them a sporting challenge they could all enjoy together. The Wilsons are used to having to make the most of their Liverpool garden. If they were to move to Australia, they'd have amazing opportunities to use all the outdoor pursuit facilities that are provided for the locals in cities like Perth. They've come to an activity centre at a marina.
Owen, look up there.
It's good, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
The Wilsons will be putting themselves to the test on a challenging high ropes adventure course. The rest of the family are hoping that Dad will have more time to enjoy things like this with them if they were to move down under. John works 50 hours a week in the UK, making this kind of outing very difficult to arrange. After comprehensive safety training and being fitted with harnesses and helmets, instructor Lorena Cruz-Parker gives them the briefing they'll need. Plucky Owen is the first to give it a go.
Come on, now.
Oh, you're nearly there now, just step up.
It's freezing down here.
Hey!
Hey!
The Wilsons have to make their way across an impressive trail of rope bridges, netting and platforms suspended on an aerial circuit up to 10 metres high.
Yeah, Owen's the one that we worry about when it comes to the outside activities because he is a bit of a worrier. If we come to Australia, it'll be really good to get Owen outside more, try and encourage him to do more things, maybe get him to join a couple more clubs, give him a kick up the bum and see how he goes from there.
Just one more step, Owen. And you're there. John brings up the rear and is keen not to lag behind. Callum seems to be taking to the Aussie adventure.
I'm not sure whose bright idea this was. John? Is that you?
I haven't touched it, honest.
Oh, the wind's worse now. Comes to something when you're higher than the birds and we don't have feathers.
Time to worry is when you're higher than the trees.
Just behave, because if you look below me, there is a tree.
If they take a leap of faith and make the move to Oz, Tanya's hoping the family's quality of life would improve.
With the move to Australia, I'm hoping that the boys will get involved in more outdoor activities. There does seem to be a lot more on offer. When we came into this area and we saw the amount of activities that are available, the boys were just in awe and they wanted to do everything.
It's certainly character building, and the Wilsons help each other to the finish line.
Well done.
Thank you. I enjoyed that.
Where there's a much quicker, fun way of coming down.
No, don't fancy that.
It's not something the Wilsons are going to forget in a hurry.
Because I ain't.
Legs up in the air. Hold on. One more. Run. Jump, 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 jump.
Yay! I can't go upside down. Perth and Australia itself is living up to my expectations. This is the sort of lifestyle that I'm looking for.
So just sit into it and... Oh my...
Well done!
The lifestyle is a lot more than what I expected. It really is good. All the people we've met have been really friendly. we could do this. Could really enjoy it.
John's having a great time. A new life down under will be a challenge. It could be fun, but will they be doing it together?
We've had a fantastic day out today. Everybody's enjoyed themselves. Scares and thrills. Most definitely character building. Today we'll be voting for
Australia! Yay! Only kidding, Australia!
You didn't fool us, Tanya. It's clear the Wilsons have all been impressed by their taste of active Aussie lifestyle. But coming up, their views on a life down under are seriously put to the test when they get messages from back home.
So I'm not going to go to the airport. They'll do me crying here before when they've gone. I just hope I can keep it in.
If the Wilsons want to make the move to Australia, they have to be realistic about their finances. They'll need to get a good price for their house back in Liverpool. In 1994, the Wilsons bought this 4-bedroom house for £31,000. They estimate it's now worth around £110,000. But what's the true value in the current climate? We sent round to estate agents to assess the property. The Wilsons' dreams of a life down under depend on a good valuation. We've got a DVD to show them of the estate agent's findings.
Let your lights always on.
Okay, nice big room. Good sized dining room, multi-use. Interesting colour laminate.
Cheeky monkey.
Nice flooring, character features. Nice modern kitchen. Great for a family.
Good sized second bedroom, but will have to be redecorated, definitely.
You took me forever.
And put a lot of people off this.
Spacious light bedroom. Good size for wardrobes. Great.
The garden's a mess.
It's lived in, isn't it, more than anything? It's got to be lived in.
This is a 4-bedroom property, end terraced. It's on a predominantly ex-council estate, which does have a negative impact on the valuation.
They think it's worth £110,000.
At the moment, we would look at this in the present market to market at £125,000. For a quick sale, we'd be looking at £110,000.
It's good news, as the house could be worth more than they thought. But with so much riding on the value, what will the second agent say?
This is a good property in a good location and it's close to local amenities. All the bedrooms are a really good size, 4-bedroom. I put a really good valuation on this property at £105,000, but for a quick sale, £95,000.
Pleased, impressed otherwise?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all.
You've got a bit of decorating to do.
Yeah.
But I'm impressed. My house looked good.
The Wilsons are quite pleased about how much their house is worth. But they need to take a closer look at their entire finances to see if they can afford to live down under. We've provided the Wilsons with some details of everyday costs of living in Australia. So while the boys make the most of the sunny weather, John and Tanya face up to some financial facts.
We've even got council tax over here, the same as at home, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit dear over here, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks it.
The mortgage is dear as well.
And that's depending on what we bring over and how much deposit we put down on the house, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gas and electric's cheaper. Landline and internet. That's a little bit dearer, but not much. But the things that are dearer and the things that are cheaper will probably just about even out, I think.
Tanya is determined to be positive.
Let's have a look at the shopping list for food. Sausages, cheaper. Bread's dearer. Just have to cut back on bread.
I have to make some more at home.
Yeah. Fruit's cheaper, which is good. There's nothing really scary there at all, is there?
No.
So the food's cheaper. The bills that are cheaper counteract the bills that are a bit dearer.
Yeah. So overall, we're not going to be worse off.
No. I think we should be laughing all the way to Australia.
Yeah, be nice.
But John isn't as convinced. He was hoping they'd be a lot better off.
Yeah, I think we could survive. I don't think it's going to be as easy as we thought. I thought we'd have more money at the end of the month, although my wages are going to be a bit higher. One thing will outweigh another, so yeah, it's going to be a bit harder than what I thought, but I think we can cope with that.
So after crunching the numbers, how will they vote?
We've had our reality check between the cost of living in the UK and Australia, and our vote is Australia.
The Wilsons have a strong network of friends back in Liverpool, not least through their karate. But if you move to the other side of the world, you leave all those friends behind. So how easy is it to make new ones in Australia?
The Wilsons are hoping the passion they all have for martial arts will be a great way to meet like-minded enthusiasts in Perth and get them launched on the social and sporting scene. To get them started, we've arranged for them to try out a class at a local university sports centre.
I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to the class or apprehensive.
Yeah, I'm a bit scared.
The class is run by instructor Sensei Sam Seigers.
Hey guys.
Hi,
How
Sensei.
going? Nice to meet you guys. Do you want to follow me? The classes this way. So,
yeah.
That'd be great.
Wasting no time, Sam introduces the Wilsons to the rest of the team.
Hi guys. How are you going? Good, thank you. This is the Wilson family. They're here from England to train with us tonight. So, yeah, gather around, come say g'day and introduce yourself.
Hi.
The Wilsons are all at different levels in their karate training, and John's a bit worried.
You're all instructors, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm an instructor since about last year.
Yeah, so is it
a bit extra than just a normal public class?
It's a bit harder than normal, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Tanya is the most advanced of the family at instructor level.
How hard are you going to train us?
How hard do you want to be trained?
Not hard. My cheeks can glow a little bit, I don't mind that.
You'll be right. You'll probably have a few beads of sweat rolling off your face
Oh no,
afterwards.
don't do sweat.
So how long have you been training on?
On and off for quite a couple of years.
Okay. So this will be a pretty advanced class for you then with all black belts and instructors.
Yeah, I'm alright with it as long as you don't do sparring.
We'll be fine. You're just going to run through some basics. You do that in your normal classes anyway, so just have fun with it.
But before the class begins, Sam's keen for the Wilsons to meet other members.
So how old are you, Cal? 14.
14, same as my son. He does karate as well.
Yeah,
He
brown belt?
graded to brown belt earlier this year. Winter sports gets in the way because he plays rugby and football, Aussie rules.
I've seen it on the telly, I still don't understand.
There is no rules.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Kick the ball, that's about it.
Whereabouts do you guys train in England?
We train in Liverpool.
Okay.
Train twice a week and teach as well.
So you got your own dojo, obviously?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
How many classes?
It's 2 classes on a Friday night.
Oh, I got a Friday night class too.
They all seem very friendly so far, but as the class starts limbering up, Owen's under no illusions.
So what do you think you're expecting from the class?
Sweat, blood and guts.
And John's still anxious too.
Too many black belts for me. Yeah, I might get my head taken off.
Well, there's no backing out now.
Okay, line up. It's me, son, sheep, go.
Tanya and Callum are really getting into the swing of things. And John and Owen are just enjoying taking part.
It's me, son, sheep. It's me.
While the boys strut their stuff, John takes a breather.
If we move to Australia, it's going to be a really good way to meet people and make friends because with the karate, we've all got something in common. Just to meet a few people here today, I could see us going out for maybe having a pint and maybe going for a barbie with them. Just a really friendly bunch.
Tanya is in her element.
When I was getting ready to come to karate, I was a little bit anxious. Training with different people, different senseis, they all have a different technique to do something. But it's taken me to a new height. It was very good.
But she can't help thinking about the bigger picture.
If we were to come to Australia, it's going to be a whole new house, job and life, everything all at once. Obviously with it being our family, then we'd have each other, and then the karate would ease things in a little bit more. But I'd be a liar if I said I wouldn't worry about it.
The boys are feeling positive.
Enjoyable, really good. I love that class, it's cool.
It's put my mind to rest because I just meet new friends.
Have a good laugh, like we can do in England.
Yeah.
Sam wants to know how they got on.
You enjoyed that, yeah?
Yeah, it was good. You were right, you did make me sweat.
Good, I'm glad. That's what we're here for.
Sweat, darling, it's perspire.
There's a couple of rules in karate. It's listen, look, and sweat. Yeah.
The friends the Wilsons have made through karate in the UK are a big part of their lives back home. So will Australia match up? Time to vote.
We've just done our karate class, had a really good training session, great sensei, lovely people, heard a few stories, few jokes. The vote is for Australia!
Back in the UK, the Wilsons have a strong family network. Tanya is very close to her younger sister Amy, having looked after her as a child. A move to Australia would be heart-wrenching. John's parents are a big part of the Wilsons' life as they live just round the corner. As they're both in their 70s, leaving them would be a huge worry for John. And with his father having recently been admitted to hospital following a fall, the decision to move would be even more difficult.
To help them consider the huge emotional decision that moving to the other side of the world would mean, we've recorded a series of messages from their loved ones back home.
Hi, John. Hi, John, Tan, and the boys. I hope everything's okay.
Hi, Tammy, John, boys. Hope you're all having a great time.
John, as a son, he's great. He's there if you want him, you know, but he's not in your face all the while, don't get me wrong. But I've only got a phone up, and he says, what?
He's hard-working and he's a real family man. Everything he does is for his wife and his boys.
Tanya is everything to me. She's like a second mum and a best friend. Obviously, she is my sister, so she's also like a sister to me. But she's just the type of person that would do anything for anybody. She's loving, caring, reliable. She's always there.
We'll miss them, but I hope it's better opportunities for them there.
I will miss them, but I don't want them to study us. They're just, you know, we're not going to last forever, and then they'd be sorry they never went. We'll still go over there to see them, you know, if it takes every penny we've got.
Tanya's really good with Alicia. That's one of the things I'll miss most. I always thought she'd be around to see my children grow up. It's not as if she's going to be able to come down and take her into the city centre or take her on the swings or just things I thought that she possibly would do with me.
Once they've gone, it's then that you start missing them, isn't it? Like it starts sinking home then. I miss everything about them.
John's main concern, of course, and I'm sure lots of people who are in that situation are thinking of their parents. And that was a big thing for John and his wife.
You know, they know I wouldn't get in touch with them unless it was really. I'd tell Tanya we're going for a checkup or we're going for, but if it was anything more serious, I would be honest with them. I would be honest with them and tell them.
It's the first time in a very long time she's probably put herself first. So we all need to stop being so selfish and time to let her enjoy what she wants to do.
I'm not going to go to the airport. They'll do me crying here before when they've gone, I hope. You know, I just hope I can keep it in.
I'll miss just the way she is with me and the way she makes me feel when she comes down to stay. I always thought if she ever moved, hopefully it would be closer, but if she does move to Australia, then that's good for her and we'll all be happy for her.
We wish you well. We hope you make the right decision. We know you will, but don't forget, when you come home, the kettle's always on. Lots of love.
See you soon. Enjoy it all. Bye.
You've tried it, and if you like it, good. If you don't like it, the door's open, and we love you very much. Bye, boys. Bye, John. Tanya, love you.
I miss Tammy very much, more than I can ever tell her. As I said, she's everything to me. She's done loads for me. It'll get easier in time once she's over there, because that's it. But it will be very hard.
Not too bad.
Says you. It was fine until I saw Amy's face. Your mum's strong, isn't she?
Yeah, right at the end.
How much has that brought home to you?
It's a lot. With Dad being in hospital as well.
Seeing all the messages from the friends and family and the affection that is within them, it is hard to actually think about making the decision based on them to come out to Australia. It's torn everything in two now.
I didn't realise how hard that would be, but the one that really got me was my mum. You know, the support that she's given me is unbelievable. And with my dad being in hospital, it's brought it home to us how far we're going to be away from them. So at the moment, it's 50-50 whether I come or stay, and I really don't know what way I'm going to go.
But for Tanya, thoughts of Amy are paramount.
I have and I would do anything for them. But now she's returning everything that I've given her by basically saying, yes, I'm going to miss you, and probably doesn't want us to go. But she's telling us to go anyway. So that just shows what a great person she's grown into as well.
The boys have gone very quiet. Seeing their friends and family has hit them hard, but they seem determined to keep a brave face. The messages from home have given the Wilsons a lot to think about, and as a passing rain cloud brings the family together, John decides to test the mood of the camp.
How do you feel about leaving your nan and granddad behind? Don't know. He's getting upset. He has got feelings then.
Yeah. Well, they've been the focal point of their life, haven't they, since they were born, because they've just lived in Liverpool and not known anything else.
How are you going to feel about leaving Amy?
I don't know, just don't even go there.
Oh, she's off again. Sorry.
Everybody, it seems, has been affected. The boys have realised what's at stake. Callum can't face the thought of leaving his grandparents.
Don't even want to talk about it. All right. It's just... I would really mind changing my thoughts. I don't know if I'm going to pick Australia or England or the UK. So I'm just very lost for thoughts at the moment. I've just got no idea what I want to do. He says he's got no idea what he wants to do now. I'll listen to his.
Tanya does what mums do best, but will it be enough?
Big decisions, isn't it? Hello.
Have the Wilsons all underestimated their ties to the UK?
Their week down under has brought home to them the reality of such a massive move.
It's the end of a long week in Perth for the Wilsons. They all fell for house number 1 with its playroom and pool.
Wow. Whose job's going to be to clean this?
Yours.
Oh, thanks.
And John loved his experience at work, where he discovered he could work less and earn more.
And what we're after is really, really good bakers. So if you love what you do, if you're a passionate baker, you will have no trouble getting a job anywhere in Australia.
That's really good to hear.
The valuation on their house was a pleasant surprise, and they were all impressed by their taste of life down under. But it was always going to be difficult for Tanya to contemplate leaving Amy.
I'll miss just the way she is with me and the way she makes me feel when she comes down to stay.
And hearing messages from loved ones back home has left the whole family questioning their dreams of a life down under. Can the Wilsons overcome everything and choose a new life in Australia? Or is there just too much to leave behind? It's time to vote.
This is our last day in Australia and it's the final vote. It's been a really busy but enjoyable week. Messages from friends and family. That was the real kick in the teeth, if you like. It really was a hard decision after that. We've thought long and hard about our decision. And our vote is Australia.
I stumbled a bit then.
Yeah, no, I'm very surprised it was an Australian vote. I didn't think you'd leave Amy.
No, I wasn't too sure either.
No.
But she's a grown-up girl, mummy and everything now.
Yeah.
How are you doing, son? Don't know. Hard decision, isn't it? Maybe for the better, that's what you got to choose. What about you? You're just Owen, aren't you? Go where we go?
Yep.
The Wilsons voted for Australia, but it didn't come without a lot of heartbreak. They're clearly struggling with their decision. Let's hope it works out for them. We wish them the best of luck for the future.
Join us again next time when we catch up with another family who are wanted down under.
Breathing new life into decaying properties with advice on getting a real bargain in Britain's empty homes after the news headlines next. Then proud grandparents-to-be fund the purchase of a pram with cash in the attic on BBC One in half an hour.